All right, that was Attack on Titan, season 1, episode 6. I didn't expect that to happen this episode. It kind of came out of nowhere. There's a lot of things I want to touch on, but real quick, I had mentioned it. I really had like 95% sure in my head that, okay, there's going to be some way that the main character that we know is getting out of this kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Like, he's still alive in there. Some crazy, like the blood being poisoned, whatever. When the show opened up and it had been a while, I lost a little hope. We went to like 90%. And then after that flashback with Mikasa, I'm like, oh shit, they could really just, like, from a storytelling narrative, they really wouldn't even need, like, I could see how they could go on without him because of that story we just got with Mikasa and Eren and how much Eren had influenced and affected her life.
And minor character-wise, Eren has affected kind of the thought process and the emotions of side characters like Armin and the other cadets. Hans, so if he was dead, then I could also see how, not just for Mikasa, where her plot would go on from here, but also the other characters.
Yeah. It'd be like him fully on carrying on his will.
It almost, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Do you have any standout thoughts? The music was great at the end.
I think that this episode mirrored what the last episode was nice for the reason that it was like, hey, Titans are evil and they hurt humans. Hey, there are evil humans that hurt other humans. And to have those side by side was really nice because it's reminding us there isn't just one enemy. Like, Titans are an enemy. Yes, they are the collective of humanity's enemy. But within humanity, you also have to be careful of other people, other humans. There are bad people everywhere. There are greedy people everywhere. We had, obviously, the example of the guild, the head of the guild, not letting all the people through, which basically was making it so all of the, I think it was the rear guard.
Yeah.
Or the evacuation, like, it wasn't happening. A lot of the people had to stay fighting. And that
they were fighting so they could escape until everyone was escaped.
And then no one was escaping because the guy blocked the tunnel. So I think that's what the purpose of this episode served, other than giving us more of a... They used Mikasa as a tool to show us that, like, hey, don't forget that the Titan isn't the only enemy here. There's obviously some messed up systems, like an underground that sells kids to pedophiles.
What? Like I'm so caught off guard because I'm so in this world of how creepy and terrifying it is to look at these Titans and know and be told all this storytelling of, like, the horrible things that they are and what they've done. I didn't once even, like, really consider the dark side of humanity too. I was like, oh yeah, they all have a common enemy. Like, there wouldn't be too much going on other than, like, stealing stuff every now and then. That's a lot darker than I thought that it was going to happen. The last refugee of a clan from Asia, they were going to kidnap her mother and her.
Because her mother was pure Asian.
And sell them. What? To who? To, like, just, like, rich people who are fucked up? Like, what the hell, man?
I mean, it is interesting, the idea of, like, they have put humanity, anyone who could get there, any refugees from the Titans, into a confined area. You know, eventually they're all going to seem to be the same after a while, after mixing between races, you know? Like, there isn't gonna... So that is an interesting, like, I mean, true kind of idea that if this were the case in reality, if people, were in there long enough and different people from different countries, they'd all start to blend into this new look.
So, of course, that there would be some people who would try to, capitalized on the lack
on
of
the
certain...
people that were pure of some race or from some country.
I think that says something, like, I don't know if they're going to go anywhere with the story with that. I don't really think so. But I think that says something about how crazy the world and, like, thought out the writing in this show might be. It's something that did not need to be touched on or told to us.
It didn't need to be anything at all.
But the world and the show, I think, is that much better for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't even consider that being a thing, and now that I know that's a thing, it makes perfect sense. It's
a very realistic thing that would happen if you had a caged-in humanity from a bunch of different countries.
I am telling you, some sick underground fucks are eating Titan meat. I'm telling you.
I know, didn't you say that a little while ago? And I was like, ew, why would they want to eat it?
Now that I know there's an underworld auction.
So fast, though.
That's true, you're right.
I don't know if you could eat it if it's literally to the point where I think she pulled up the scarf. I mean, at first I thought maybe it was because the Titan really smelled, but it could just be like, it smells like memories or home to her. So that could be why. But yeah, it looked like it was already pretty on its process of decomposition to me.
When Mikasa snapped, like, it went, like, it might just be like an anime thing, like superhuman strength, bro. Like, she broke like wooden boards, she broke like the wooden handle, like she just went Ultra Instinct, man.
It makes you think of the stories you hear of people who in dire situations lift cars off of people. It's kind of like that scenario, that like the human body like just extra exerts itself, the stamina, crazy stuff happens, it exceeds limitations, when there's a dire situation in front of them.
But seemingly she's been like that since,
Yeah, it's
she's
almost
been
like
that
the switch came on and it hasn't been switched off.
What the fuck is gonna happen when she finds out Aaron's dead and finds Armin?
Armin blames himself.
What? Like, she said, like, I can keep going on, I can keep being strong as long as Aaron's here.
Mm-hmm.
What?
If he's alive, I am for sure that he is not going to come back for an episode or two more. They are going to give an episode to me of all the characters thinking he is dead. They have to give, if he is not dead, character-wise, plot-wise, they should give an episode of Mikasa finding out he's dead,
If I'm definitely on team, he's probably dead right now. If he isn't, though, I could definitely feel like the only way that he would come back is if Mikasa finds Armin and is like, he's trying to confess to her what happened, and she's just like, shut up. Which one?
Yeah.
And then like he like points to one, and then she just goes fucking like haywire, snapped, cuts every part of him open until she could find him. That's like the only way I could see things resolving.
We don't know anything about their digestion. It seems that they don't need to eat. So do they even have anything in them to break down?
They don't know how they reproduce. Maybe like they eat the people and then like take them back somewhere and make them into Titans. Like if they like get
regurgitate them.
Yeah.
Or they are like babies. I don't know.
Fuck.
It's an interesting concept to think of how they get more Titans.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, are there a certain amount of Titans on the Earth right now, and it's the number isn't growing,
or is it growing? Do they even know? Do the people in this world even
Probably
know
not.
How many, and if there's still more coming? Like,
I didn't expect a flashback this episode. I didn't expect that there was only 1 year of them together, if I got that right. Mikasa and Eren.
Completely. Because they seemed like they had been together for so long, but the dynamic makes sense now.
Complete sense.
From the reason they came together, for her to want to protect him so strongly and want to follow behind him, and do the best for him. It makes sense because he was the one that saved her. He was the one that inspired her to take her life into her own hands and stab that third guy. Right in the heart, by the way.
From the back.
Instant kill.
I don't know.
He's always been brave. He's always been willing to put other people first and avenge people, even if he doesn't know them.
I figured it out. They can't kill Eren. If they killed him, they have to find his body. He cannot. That was not the last time we saw his body, alive or dead. They would not get rid of the basement key in the story that quickly, right?
Right.
Or he had left it somewhere. Or this makes it so Mikasa has to track down Dr. Jaeger. I don't know, man. I'm going to drive myself insane with this show.
I feel like Mikasa adopted the way that the doctor kind of spoke to Eren about not throwing his life away. Like, yes, it's good to want to save people and be good to people and protect people, but not at the risk of your own life. And I feel like that's what, like, Mikasa is for him, is, like, that kind of the same reminder as Dr. Jaeger would give him. Like, I'm here to make sure that you don't prematurely end your life.
Yeah. I didn't think, like, when we first saw Eren, he seemed like a very, like, I'm going to get myself into situations, not think it all the way through, and then get my ass beat, but have to be saved by Mikasa for it. This, like, well thought out fucking lying trickster Eren, knife behind his back as a kid, fucked shit up, bro. He killed two adult people.
If he had known there was 3 guys to begin with, there wouldn't have been the hiccup.
Probably not.
Because he would have thought about how to get a weapon for the other. Because he knew he left the room purposefully to get a different weapon.
I feel like I completely misjudged Eren as a character, like from the get-go after seeing this. I'm like, I didn't consider once that he was capable of what we just saw.
We thought maybe he just was wildly going in there, and Mikasa had to kind of come in and, like, be the actual force.
Which might be true to some extent, but obviously not to the extent that I think we thought.
Yeah. It seems like he can hold his own, obviously. He, as a small child, in a very scary situation, he rushed in to save a girl he didn't know. And he did. And then she saved him. And then they got to go home.
If anybody is still watching this video, could you please comment on what the correct way to pronunciate Coney or Connie is? In the show, I swear I hear Coney. From what I understand of the Japanese language, CO makes a ko sound, not Connie. And granted, he might be given a name from a different region other than Japan, of course, because Mikasa was the only descendant left from Asia, right? Mm-hmm. But what is the way to correctly pronounce this character's name? I don't want to make anybody mad.
Ko or ka?
Coney, Connie, a third option.
Yeah. Because when they only said it once in this episode, and I swear I heard both.
Yeah.
I heard both ways, and I was like, which one is it?
What color is this dress?
Yeah, just like the dress. If anyone gets that.
Yeah, that was obscure.
That was a very obscure joke.
Okay, I think that's all I have for this episode. I feel like I just want to keep watching more, you know?
I have no clue where this is going to go at all. Mikasa is awesome.
Mikasa is awesome.
That's
watching her kill
what
that
I'm leaving with, guys. Mikasa is awesome.
Watching her kill that, like, thing was so cool. After seeing it, like, run down, like, the streets. Ugh. Okay.
That was disgusting.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we hope to see you next time. I feel like I completely misjudged Eren as a character.